Welcome to another incredible GCN Tech unboxing. Today, we've got the new Wahoo Rollr Smart Rollers. As ever with a GCN Tech unboxing, there's a chance to win. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to be in with a chance of getting your hands on these. But at first, I'm going to go through all the details and tell you everything you need to know about the new Smart Rollers. And make sure you subscribe as well, because we regularly do giveaways like this. So if you subscribe, you won't ever miss out on a chance to win some pretty awesome prizes. Right, oh God, let's get to it. It's quite heavy, especially heavy when you've got weedy cyclist arms. Okay, right, let's crack it open. Let's first take a look at what's in this rather chunky box. So, first up, we've got a box that's got the user manuals in, quick start guide, power cables, different power leads, transformer, Allen key, and then just the unit itself. Pretty simple. Let's get this out. So I've got the two halves of the unit here. You can see it folds down. This is the front bit, so that folds up like that. Then the two halves connect in the middle. So the two halves come together. The unit is sort of length adjustable depending on the length of your bike. Then you just secure with this simple latch there and you're good to go. But what are rollers? I know many of you will know, but for those of you that don't, well, there are different types of indoor trainers. So the traditional wheel-on turbos, they've become quite antiquated now, often very affordable, but they don't have a very realistic ride feel, and in the past they often weren't smart. Then you had direct drive turbo trainers like the Wahoo Kicker, where you remove your rear wheel and you have a cassette built on to the unit. These are often smart and they often have a very nice realistic ride feel. You then have indoor training bikes, like the Kicker bike, which is just essentially a smart indoor exercise bike. And then you have rollers. Now in the past, rollers were just a very sort of convenient, very sort of cost-effective way of riding indoors, very simple, and they were just analog, because you can just place your bike on as it is, just plonk it straight on and you're off, which is great. Very good for warming up on at races and also practicing your cadence, and track riders swear by them. But these are smart rollers. What makes these ones smart? Well, they connect to the Wahoo ecosystem. So if you've got a Wahoo head unit or a headwind fan or heart rate monitor or power meters and the Wahoo system training app as well, but also third-party training apps depending on what your indoor training app preference is. It'll connect to that as well. Then you've got this 4.8 kilogram flywheel built into the rollers, which creates magnetic resistance. So when you're riding in a virtual world, it can adjust the resistance you feel through the rollers depending on the gradient that you're riding. On normal rollers, you also have a roller at the front, and then what you have to do when you ride them is just balance all of the time, which can be a little bit tricky and can put some people off using rollers. But with these ones, you'll see you've got this V-shaped frame and clamp at the front, which holds your front wheel, which means it just sort of keeps you upright. You don't have to worry about falling over. So what Wahoo have aimed to create here is something that has the connectivity and features of a smart trainer, but the sort of convenience and the free rolling sensation that you get from riding rollers. What else do you need to know? Here's some quickfire stats. The total weight is 22.6 kilograms, which is comparable to a Wahoo Kicker, but it's a bit more manageable because you can split it into those two halves. The flywheel, as mentioned, that's 4.8 kilograms, and the total rider weight limit is 113 kilograms. The adjustable wheelbase length is 146 to 165 centimeters, which will fit pretty much any road, TT, cross or gravel bike, and some mountain bikes, although some mountain bikes will be outside this range. The width at the front of the unit, which gives you your stability, is 79.5 centimeters, meaning it'll slot under a Wahoo desk, and the accuracy of the system, if you use Wahoo's PowerLink pedals, is plus or minus 1% on your power measurement. I'm really keen to try these out and slot my bike on, so I'm going to do that now. connect your bike on, super simple. You adjust it to the length required for the wheelbase of your bike, secure the latch, and then you have this V gripper here, which is adjustable by this nice adjustable clamp, which just securely clamps your front tyre. And you can see, not going anywhere, so you can jump on, we're good to go. You can plug it in, as I've done, and as mentioned, that gives you smart functionality, but it will work without being plugged in. So if you want smart functionality from the rollers, you're gonna have to connect a power meter to them. They don't have a power meter actually built into the unit, and that's for good reason. Wahoo has told us that there's just too many variables associated with rollers. So the slight side-to-side movement on the roller, also different tyres have different rolling resistance, and also different tyre pressures. It's just too many variables, which means the power meter can't be accurate. So it's much more accurate to measure somewhere else, so from the crank or your pedal. When connected to a power meter, the rollers will automatically control the resistance at the back on the roller relative to the platform that you're riding on, if that's a virtual gradient, a virtual hill, or if it's just a workout that's being sent to the rollers, and you can control it from your Wahoo head unit too. Wahoo's also going to be offering bundles where you can get the rollers, but then also included their PowerLink power meter pedals. And to put that into context, that works out as being about £200 Euros dollars more expensive than a kicker, but you've got the advantage of a power meter that's on your bike that you can sort of take outside. Now, different people will want different things, but it's nice to have the flexibility and the different options available. Now for me, a big advantage of the rollers over the kicker is that you can use them without being connected to mains power. And why is this useful? Well, if you want to take them to warm up on at the start of a race, or if you just want to ride somewhere where you don't have mains power and do a workout, you can. And the other thing is that because they're rollers and you just put your bike on without taking any wheels out, as it is, it means that you can be a lot less stressful when you're trying to make it to the start line. It can be quite frantic when you take your bike off your turbo trainer and you're sort of frantically trying to put the rear wheel back in and make it to the start line on time. Kind of reduces that stress, takes it out of the equation. I like that. Now the maximum power is 1500 watts when they're plugged in, but that's only 450 watts when they're not, which should be plenty for warming up on. And 1500 watts, well, I mean, it's about 600 more than I can do. Anyhow, the noise that the rollers create as well, that's an issue for people on turbo trainers. It's a bit more than a Wahoo kicker, but it's variable depending on the tyres you use. So road tyres, smooth tyres, they're going to be quieter. And the maximum tyre width that you can accept on these is a whopping 53 millimeters. Big boys. And the other thing to point out is that if you did want to take them to warm up somewhere, then the fact that it does break apart into two halves and you can fold it up means that the intention is it can fit in the boot of most cars. On traditional rollers, you have to concentrate and pedal all of the time, or you'll stack it, you might just stack it if you're just uncoordinated, like I am. But with this V-shaped clamp at the front, which holds your front wheel, it means you can just sit like this and, well, it keeps you upright, which is, well, mega useful. Well, there you have it. Let us know your thoughts on the new Wahoo roller in the comment section below. And if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning not just a set of the Wahoo rollers, but also a set of the Wahoo PowerLink pedals, then click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to our giveaways page. You have to answer a simple question, and if you get it right and fill in your details, you'll be in with a chance of winning these amazing rollers and also the PowerLink pedals. It's completely free to enter, so I mean, why not? Right, I'm gonna go now. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!